yours in there too, as you like.
Okay.
All right.
That's not going to do it now.
5. Okay. Go ahead. It's like I know everyone's probably looking at us as we're looking up and up around and everything. Give us a minute. Technology is being so wonderful to us. Well, to me.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
You know, if you can't, sink or swim, and sometimes, you just can't swim. So, well, LaDarius, we had an interesting Falcons game this past Sunday at 1:00. We were in Tampa Bay, and there's a lot of I like to say missed signals when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
Because number one, yes, a win's a win. All right, and I know Ron's supposed to be coming in too. I'll double check, make sure I sent him the link. All right, a win's a win. Let's just get that. And ladies and gentlemen, by the way, I am C Double. This is my great and illustrious co-host, the one, the only, Mr. LaDarius Brown. You probably saw him on the morning show.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Future Emmy-nominated morning show. So,
oh yeah, I think.
For your Emmy consideration.
I'm ready to say that we deserve not just an Emmy, but dadgummit, I think we should be called the morning crew. I don't think anybody has that patent on us, so I think we should nab that thing. Make sure that
matching gear. Oh yeah, matching merchandise.
Yeah. We have to. I mean, everybody can still wear their hats and everything, but for us, we gotta rep our stuff. So, I am just like, I'm doing multiple things, people. So give us a second, okay? Yep. Microphone should be the eardrop headphones. Okay, okay.
Oh, you ain't it? Yep. For some bacon. Yep.
Yep. All right. Let's see. I can now add this guy in. And then I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm back.
C and double. What's C double? That's what the double and C double comes.
I can't hear nobody. Oh, crap. All right. Give me a minute. This is why we do this. Audio.
A little slow jam.
Check.
One jam.
Check. I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, you hear me? Great. Yep. Also, the singing came through. You're welcome.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah. I was like going, I know I can hear him sing. What is he singing?
I can't. I don't. I think it's slow jam. I forgot the name of the singer.
Oh man.
I'll just sing a song that I know. It's a small world after
all. Yeah. Oh man. All right. Let's see if I'm going to try to get a hold of Mr. Ron, because, like I said, I know we got quite a few people supposed to be coming by to watch and maybe intervene with us.
And we having some fun. We're waiting on folks.
Come on. We got you.
The door is open, yeah. But we'll lock
it.
Left the door open. We'll lock it after 8.
We got T Will in the house. Cool. There we go. All right. T Will up in the house. Can't find. Okay, no problem.
How's it going? Y'all all right?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
All good, man. Just another day.
Got to find my Facebook link to it, because someone's like, "What's your Facebook link?" I was like, "Oh shoot! I thought I put it out there." I got the YouTube one up. It's just one of those. You ever had one of those days?
Why, yes, I have. I might be having one today, as a matter of fact. But we're gonna push through it. We are gonna push through it, buddy. We're gonna keep going, and we are gonna get to our goal by hook or by crook. That's what we are gonna do, my friend.
Yep, and that's what we're gonna try to do. So, all right, we're good. Oh, Matt. Well, Matt, I don't have you on here, but I'll probably be throwing the link in a bit. I saw her, Mr. Mad Mike. We'll get you all up in here. And yes, Terry, he said, "What's good to you?"
Mad Mike.
Let's see here. I got some stuff I wrote, so give me a sec. No problem. I actually wrote up a nice little stroll. Folks, I'm sorry, but guess what? Sometimes I roll this way. And when my computer started getting all super slow on me, I'm like, what in the heck is happening?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
All right.
Day for
so let me talk to you. All right, let's talk. All right, when are we going to do another? Oh, well, Mr. Mad Mike is asking more questions. We'll have to have him on. We'll probably throw in the link here. I'm waiting for Ron to come on in because Ron is also.
Says, when are we going to do another show together? Listen, these are all great questions.
Yeah. All right. Falcons win.
Not roasting Jimmy Lake. I'll have time.
Oh, and trust me.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, see this. Hold on. I promise I'm a good guy. I want to give people their share and everything. I just need to get my core. I need to get my core in here. So I got my crew. I always like to make sure I have my home crew.
Ronnie!
What's up?
All good,
Mr.
man.
Ron up in the house. She found us. Good. What's up? Now we are fully running. I can hear everything. I can talk. So that's good. Ron, can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool.
She found you, C-Dub.
Yes, I see. She found me, and not just that, but she's driving, so drive safe.
Be safe.
And yeah, we don't want nothing bad happen.
Be safe in those streets out there. Be safe.
Yeah. When you're driving out in that road, man, it ain't fun. All right. So here's the deal. I know Ron is taking care of something over at his place, so let him do that. But I'm going to still throw this up. Here we go. So I wrote this up because I have listened to a lot of podcasters. Hey, Mad Mike, I'm actually going to bring some of the stuff you brought up. So I probably will bring you in so we can get your take too, if you don't mind. So here we go. So the Falcons win. The final score was 31-26. All right. Now we have to answer some questions. Number one, is everything awesome?
Everything
Number
is
two.
everything is wonderful.
Cool. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living a dream.
LaDarius and me, we talk wrestling on Wednesday, and Mad Mike, if you're definitely interested, we could definitely have you on for the wrestling talk too. So, hey, look, I'll talk wrestling with anybody, so it's no big deal. All right, so is everything awesome? Are we really a top 10 team? Because I've heard people tell me that we would finish third in the seeding. Mm-hmm. All right. So with that being also asked, does experience matters? So these are some questions that I have that we'll be asking. Now, LaDarius has also helped me out in some work that we did because I just had questions because I heard one podcaster, and it was Atlanta Beard Gang, Tidy, and actually Uncle Steve, and I've heard like quite a few. All right, because I love the Atlanta Beard, the podcasters. But some have said going after Jimmy Lake is knee-jerk reaction. That we should just be happy with what we have. And of course, with me being old, I can't flow with that. And that's just me. I am one of those. If I see something that just don't smell right or don't feel right, I got to ask some questions. All right. And so I asked LaDarius about what we rank defensively. And look, first of all, the game itself. Ron, you're back. Awesome. Did you hear anything I said? I want to ask. Okay, no, it's all good because I can repeat myself. Today's show, we've got 4 major questions. Number 1, is everything awesome? No. Number 2, hold on. Number 2, are we really a top 10 team? All right. I'm trying to find my damn paper because I had it here. Thank you, Facebook. Number 3, can we call out players now? And number 4, does experience really matters? So, you guys, I want you to think about it because we'll go around. But LaDarius and me were talking earlier. Just I want to say a couple of mornings we did this. I asked LaDarius, what are we ranked defensively and offensively? What's our rankings? Because if I ask you guys, what is our identity? I really believe all of us would say the following. I think it's the offense. What say you guys? Let's just go around the horn. LaDarius, what do you say?
Yeah, it's when the numbers tell you the offense, obviously. So okay. So the numbers tell you that it's the offense. More specifically, I'd argue our passing game specifically. So I feel that's our identity, but we can expand over the coming week. We can kind of even expand our identity a bit more by maybe we could run it a bit more and have that kind of identity as well. And maybe the defense will come along when it comes along.
Yeah, and then let's see. Chris says yes, and then we've got a good family. All right, what's up, good family? Wallace, thank you. All right, and God dang it, people stop getting all kinds of stuff here today. I'm getting aggravated today. All right, T-Will, what say you?
Well, first I want to know, if I guess right, do we win a prize or something? Like, you didn't let us know, C-Dub. Like, is there a prize or something? Like, do we get a new car? Like,
what is the price? What is the Price is Right, pal? What is it?
Hold on. Hold on. We did do it.
My God.
Hold on. First of all, you had us do a morning show with you, and we had no breakfast. So, if you want a gift card, you got to give us some sausage, egg, and biscuit or something, man.
Also, I was promised trivia, and I didn't get trivia.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With friends like you guys, who needs enemies? That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Jimmy T. Lake. That too.
And look at Krista. I was there. Oh, my goodness. Krista, you were my friend first, Krista, okay? You were my friend first, okay?
Yeah, she's trying to say, listen, yeah. She saw there was no breakfast either. So listen.
Yeah, look, we're just pointing out something. That's all.
We got laws against that, T. Will. We got laws against that. We follow rules.
I would promise bacon, eggs, and pancakes,
right? Exactly.
Orange juice.
Right. I'll let go of the grits. I understand it's hot stuff.
Right.
I'll let that go.
Look,
but for God's sake,
I can't have bacon anymore, so you guys don't get bacon. How about that? Anyway.
Listen, all respectfully, that's a you problem. That's not that's not an R problem. That's you can put some gloves on and cook that bacon, and you won't get no bacon grease on you. Hey, I understand.
Wow.
Look, we love you so. We love you so much. We'll eat the bacon for you. You don't have to eat it.
Yeah, exactly. This is for T-Will.
Wow. I appreciate that. I think we got John from Out of Your Falcon Mind on. What's going on, John?
Hey.
What's up, John?
I think that's John. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
All right. All seriousness.
Great podcast. That's a great podcast there as well.
I'm sorry. I started the foolishness.
You good? Don't worry. Look,
bacon,
that's what we do here.
It's bacon. That's all we asking.
It's bacon. It's bacon. No, seriously, what was the question?
The question is, what's our identity of this team right now? If you had it for the first 8 games.
And you got to remember what I said to follow up on it. So good luck with that.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go with the first question because I don't remember anything anymore. I don't know that we have an identity, gentlemen, and I know it's not the popular response. I know you guys are thinking this dude is off his rocker. He's always defending Jimmy Lake, and now he's saying we don't have an identity. But look, you fellas, we got nothing against Pittsburgh. We really didn't move the ball until the second half of the Philly game. We've done well against Tampa Bay twice. I don't know that we have consistently shown that we are an offensive juggernaut. We have the ability to move the ball, yes, but I don't know. Plus, there was that one game, I don't know, where we held Pittsburgh to all field goals. There was also another game where the defense and special teams kicked in and helped us because the offense did nothing. So at this point, 8 games in, I think our identity is whatever we need to do to squeak by, if I may be so blunt. I don't know that one particular facet of the game or one particular side of the ball is dominant. The offense is growing. Yes, they are building, but lest we not forget, guys, we typically give up about 24 points a game, which is league average, I would say, or maybe just a little over. And we
don't worry, we got those numbers. I'm just asking. Yeah,
understood. And we typically don't give up more than 10 points in the second half. So our defense, while it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts, and it's hard to watch, we have not been bad in the second half, which sounds bad when you say it out loud. I can admit that. That's like saying, well, I went to class the second semester, not so much the first semester, but I don't know. I'm not ready to say this is the 2016 Falcons, who's an offensive juggernaut, and you can carry us anywhere. Yes, our offense is progressing, but I don't know that it's necessarily dominant because, again, there have been instances where we really didn't do well. Now, you could argue we didn't have a preseason, okay, but I guess right now I'm in hurry up, wait and see mode. That's where I am.
All right.
Back to you.
All right. Ron, and like I said, what do you think? What's the identity right now?
Running the ball. We built on running the ball. Now, do we do it all the time? No. Is that our bread and butter? Yes. When you run the ball, it set up the play action. It set up the shotgun. It set up everything else. As long as you do run the ball really good. It set up Kyle Pitts wide open, almost fumbled the ball. It set up Mooney wide open, getting touchdown. Everything built about our running game. When you do run on the teams, everything else we did. We built on running. We've been built on that for like 4 or 5 years now. Since Arthur Smith was here, we a running team.
All right. So, all right, we got John Harris up in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is from the eye test, if you already don't know. He goes by many names. Pimp of the Year, one of them. 2, Mr. Eye Test. 3, the Crooked Dinkin. And then whatever else he goes by on the way to his establishment.
I got to do the theme music.
All right. So
there we go. We're covered. We love you. We love you, John.
Much love, John.
I'm a man of my word. I promise you the theme every time you came on. That's what you'll get. Promises fulfilled.
All right. I appreciate that, Wallace. Wallace saying, I think our identity is no matter what, win the game by any means necessary, and defense and special teams. I say not so fast, but we'll talk. Don't worry. That's what my show's about. So, John, like I said, I got numbers, and we're gonna talk because, like I said, I keep hearing people telling me everything is awesome. Don't look at anything bad of the team. Everything is awesome. When you're watching the Falcons, 1, 2, Raheem smiles. Yes, he does. Big time smile. Every time. Everything's awesome.
Wait. You're the musical director too? My God.
I
We'll
just want
talk
to
after
know
the
if I was the only one dancing. Okay, Deacon,
Yeah.
let's get together. What are we doing?
show. We didn't listen. We didn't know what the man was doing. Listen,
Why am I
All
the
right.
only one dancing? I'm the second dude on this show. Okay,
Oh boy.
Ron, LaDarius, you need to get it together. I'm gonna give it.
Whoa. All right, Jimmy Lake supporter. Yeah, we'll listen to
Oh
you. Pal.
wow! Oh wow!
Yeah, we'll listen to you, pal.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
We'll listen to you. Listen. And listen, if John doesn't want to dance, listen. I sung a song and I didn't see you dancing the shaft either. So let's not go on that track there.
All right, so John,
Back to you, John.
John, what is the identity of these Falcons after 8 games?
After 8 games, and gentlemen, good afternoon to all of you. Good to see you. As I told Ron last night, I was on We Talk Hawks last night, and Ron, I'm still suffering.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I heard about that, bro.
Wait a minute. Yeah. After that BS I heard last night, yeah, I feel like Fred Sanford.
Yeah, they got 4 of them from me. So they say that the wisdom is in the teeth. So I've been at least 40 points have been taken off of what I used to be. So, I've got to, I guess, produce more brain cells or access more brain cells, or to plug a plug in the wall and see if I can get back what I lost yesterday. But our identity, you would have to go to a psychologist and ask them, because we are schizophrenic. That's basically what I can say, because we are constantly developing an identity. We don't know whether we're going to win. I mean, based from games 1 to 8, we won these games in differing fashions. And because you are winning these games in differing fashions, I think the commenter before this person that you put up, Krista Kason Pritchett, the person before was that Wallace Smith. I think he's really spot on. I think he's really spot on, because the defense won it one time, the offense won it another time. Last week, you had both sides of the ball contributing in the Tampa Bay game, because even though we knew that their passing game was affected by the loss of their 2 starting receivers, the tight end and the running backs were beating us. Okay, had it not been for 2 timely interceptions to stop drives, we would have been scuffling, struggling, everything to try to win. And that's why I call it schizophrenic, because we are, one thing that I'm kind of upset about is that we are starting out flat. And you remember last week I told you those 2 things said are firing offenses as far as I'm concerned for a head coach. But it actually happened. It actually happened. And starting off flat is going to get us in a lot of trouble and have us, scuffling, scraping, trying to fight our way back into games. And that's what I'm seeing. Now I don't know whether you guys have made it to Kyle Pitts or not.
We will. We're getting there. I know you have your baseball bet.
Man, let me tell y'all something. That is inexcusable for a 4-year veteran.
It is
to do that.
It is.
I've been catching all kind of grief. Oh, he needs to talk to him. Oh, he needs to. He feels worse about it than anybody else can ever feel about it. I remember.
Do you
When people
remember
tell me that,
time?
the very first thing that I think about, what would Belichick do? What would Ditka do? What would Tomlin do? What would Glanville do? What would Chuck Noll do with a player that's Cadillacing across the end line, holding the ball behind him? What would these coaches do? And you know what I get? I get pushback. Well, that was the old days, and that was the old days. But I pulled a tape from Hard Knocks. And you guys know who it is. My special teams coach at the time, talking about how Rashid Hageman, Malachi Goodman, and what was our running back name? Devontae Freeman were playing in a preseason game. The coaching staff went over what these people were doing in their coaching staff coordinators meeting. And special team coach, okay, I'll handle that. Brian Cox said, oh, Rashid Hageman, oh, I'll handle that. And when they got in that meeting, he lit them up. And the thing is that people trying to tell me that type of coaching doesn't go on anymore. I said, yeah, use a lie. Use a lie. Because the thing is that that's this coach's job is on the line. The coach's job is on the line displayed by your performance. See, they judge you by the results. They judge you by the way that your players play. And I just, I'm just saying, you have got to, whatever it is, you want to keep your job as a coach. You can't have your players out there playing undisciplined. You can't have your players playing out there not concentrating on what they're doing. And Pitts himself with all of the acrimony, all of the criticism, all of the vitriol leveled toward him about his perceived gameplay, and you doing this? You doing this? Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You cannot afford to be Cadillac.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to have any mental lapses. You cannot afford to display lackadaisical attitudes out there on the field. Not you. You. Because C-Dub, you, me, Ron, we are always arguing and fussing about that fourth pick.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And
we always arguing and fussing about that fourth pick because the conversation comes back up all the time about what we did. And, I've always been against nominating kings and presidents before they're ready for the office. Oh, they already made Kyle Pitts a unicorn.
All right.
Ain't played game one.
All right. Let me talk. Because, John, I'm going to let you keep on with Raheem or with Pitts. But here's what I'm trying to get to. So, I talked to LaDarius because LaDarius, as you all know, he does cover football, got great content, so he really can help in getting numbers that you need. So, LaDarius, if you have the numbers, I can let you do it, or I could read it off what I have. Well, LaDarius, you're muted.
You're muted. You're fighting the mute monster.
Okay, Jimmy Lake, thanks. Now, T. Will, sorry that you said that. I thought it was Jimmy Lake. I saw the gray. I thought, that's a coaching sweater. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jimmy Lake to you, sir. That's Mr. Jimmy Lake. Get it right.
No, that's just Jimmy Lake. There's no Mr. in front of
by the way, John Brooks wanted to say, to quote Raheem Morris from the presser yesterday, our pass rush isn't good enough. Breaking news from folks. Raheem Morris just found out our pass rush isn't good enough.
Well,
don't worry.
He's been saying what has he been saying?
Hold on.
What has he been saying?
hold on. This is what he's been saying. Well, guys, stats are for losers, and we're going to address this, and it's getting stronger. And look at me. I'm smiling. Smile. Because everything is awesome. Rod's going to shake your hand and kiss your baby. Everything is awesome. Let me pose for this picture.
Oh, wow.
Look, I'm just saying. Look,
what was that?
Look, if I'm lying, I'm dying. All right. And I'm not dying. But my computer wants to play it like it's got affected. So I'm battling all this to get to the comments. All right. So, but on offense, the Falcons are, do you have the numbers there or you want me to?
I have it. No. I worked hard for you.
No. Stop. I want you to do it. If you didn't, I was going to read it.
Listen, it's better if I got disrespected by Jimmy Lake here. Now
I wasn't disrespecting you. You're my co-host, second in command, next to Ron.
Second in command. What is Star Trek? You're Picard and I'm Riker. Is that what you're saying right now?
No, God dang it, no.
I'll take over the Enterprise right now.
All right, fine. You want it? I won't give you the red shirt. I'll wear it. Since red's my color.
Gentlemen.
This shirt's a little tight. I need a looser shirt. First of all, let's go.
Oh, wow.
Picard. We'll work on it.
Don't make fun of my compression shirts. I'm trying to lose weight.
No, I'm talking about me. If you gonna have me to wear a second in command shirt, I need to be looser. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Compression shirts. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are. Make me feel sexy. All right, so go ahead, LaDarius, because like I said, you came up with it, and it really helped.
A challenge flag on that, or no? We can't.
Nah, you good.
I feel the need to say pause because C-Dub just said he felt sexy. So
yeah. There you go. Right, I work
That's
hard.
why I do the challenge flag, and I'm like, we need. Let's get the booth on this. I think under 2 minutes. I think the booth can handle this. I'll save my time out. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Ron. I know I'm offending you. Go ahead.
For the record, he started.
Oh wow.
Lord have mercy.
Man, I feel
so
like a tractor trailer just ran off the road.
Yeah, tell me about it. Well, all I was asking was for numbers. All right.
No, what I was saying was that I gave him to you to do because you.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
all right.
it.
No,
listen, we can get this trailer back on the road. We can get this trailer back on the road.
Yeah. We just want to make sure we're doing it right. No. Oh, no. It's never too late, John. I got this. All right. So the Falcons offense. 7th in offense this year. 371 yards per game. So 372 actually, because it's like a 0.6. So we'll round up. 12th in the league on third down conversions. I thought it would actually be lower. I'm not gonna lie. 39.6. 7th in the 7th, tied for 7th in team first half points with 14.6. So about 15 points they'll score in the first half. They're 24th in the second half with about 9, just a shade under 9 points. Now defense. This is what we want to talk about, because we don't have problems. No. We're not going to just discuss problems. That would be wrong. You got to have some numbers. C-Dub, Raheem Morris just told something that we already knew. Our pass rush isn't good enough, C-Dub. Don't you love hearing that Raheem's telling everyone what we already know? Well, hold that thought. So on defense, 19th in total defense. So, guys, 19. Is that close to the top 10 or is that close to the bottom?
It's a little, because there's 6. I do it. There's 32 teams, so divided by 2 is 16. So it's just a shade under.
Okay.
Just a shade under.
All right. 30th in team opponent third down conversion. That's 30th, I said. And that means there's 31, 32. So there's 2 teams worse than us. Tied for 28th in team opponent in the first half. And that's 15 points. Now, the thing that I know we were talking about in the second half, 9th in team opponent scoring, averaging 9.6. So that's 10 points.
Yeah, the
So
second
we
half.
average about 9 points. They average about 10 points.
Right.
Now,
Hey, C-Dub, what is that? Repeat that stat, please.
the scoring. So
yeah.
the
Okay.
first half scoring
Opponent scoring
in the
against
first
us?
half,
Yeah.
Okay.
they're tied for 28th in teams' opponents' scoring, basically. They will score about 15 points,
Right.
basically.
Yeah,
And
the opposing. Yeah, the opposing. Yeah.
And they're tied for 28th. Now, on the second half, the team score about 10 points, basically, because it's 9.6. And that's 9th. So that's not bad. But again, we're also scoring, and it's 24th in the league. Second half points is 8.9. So that just tells you the range it goes.
Only thing about that, C-Dub, not to cut you, if you throw out the first game, I promise you it's not 8.9. We scored 10 points total.
No. I'm with you. I'm not. This isn't like I'm making my ironclad, but hold on.
I'm with you. I understand.
So the Super Bowl year, which is everyone's favorite year to talk about, and let's be honest, it's the most successful, even if we did blow a lead. We were tied for 12th in the league with 2.3 sacks in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think we ranked this year, and what's the number per game?
Yeah, I know the number, so I'm gonna stay quiet.
Probably
I know.
did.
Yeah.
Probably dead last.
What do you think, Ron?
Last 0.00.
All right, John, what do you think? Because I'm about to answer, so I want to see who gets close.
For sacks, I know we're at the bottom of the league for sacks.
You want to try to guess the number?
Yeah, sacks per game. Yeah.
30. Sacks per average
per
sacks
game,
per game?
Yep.
Yes.
1.
John, you're actually close. Yeah, you're the closest, John.
I mean, it.
Hold on.
Add them up.
Hold on. The answer 0. Now I feel like a game host. You are actually close. The answer is 0.8 sacks a game.
Mm-hmm.
So look,
So I went over on the Price is Right.
We'll see. John will spin the big wheel. Will he get a?
yes.
No. Hey, I blew the showcase showdown. I bid it
you
over.
didn't. No, you didn't. You actually you were the closest one. What are you talking about? You would have won. Don't start that.
Hey, in the showcase showdown, you can't go over. If you go over, it's over.
You know what? This is my show.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I keep forgetting. You're right.
Yeah, I'm the executive producer. I'm like, yeah, we'll allow it. Yeah.
Hold on. I'll pimp slap homeboy. I'll be like, what'd you say? Bam! So, 0.8 sacks. And that's last in your... Now, look, if we go the route that we're going, all right, then tell me, without going and getting help, because people said now we're being, we are being knee-jerk reaction. All right. I'm hearing people say we are being knee-jerk reaction, that we are, we're not given the proper, care, or we're not given the proper, what was it? We're not, we got to give Ra another chance. And I'm just going to say the following. What is Ra's specialty?
It's supposed to be defense.
What is defense?
Mm-hmm. Damn, you answered it like on Jeopardy. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
All
Jeopardy
right.
is my all-time favorite game show. That's the way I roll.
I used to love Card Shark. That should tell you something about me. But that was because I like Bob Eubanks, and then I married one. All right, Terry, what about you?
What the question is? What do I think Raheem's defense is ranked, or what?
No, not ranked. Just what is his specialty? Is it deep? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's just defense. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So John, Ron, and Terry and LaDarius. If a coach who specializes in defense is ranked dead last, would he be proud of it?
No.
I think, again, guys, you have to consider context. You know, you can throw out numbers all you want, devoid of context. What do they mean, right? Like, just like you could flip this, I could flip it to say, and we're winning, and we haven't peaked in defense. You know, there are two ways to look at this. Now, I'm not saying we don't need to go out and get. Please don't misconfuse my message. We need to get some pass rushers, and some things need to be adjusted. But let me throw something out there. To your point, C-Dub, this man has at least 25, 30 years in the league. Maybe he's taken a look at this, and maybe he said, you know, if we switch to a 4-3, it's not going to get any better. Maybe he's evaluated the talent and said, this is the best version of the defense that we have. And although it may be painful, a coach is only as good as his players. So, and I know I'm being a little passionate, but again, we're 5-3. We haven't been 5-3 in a while. We have a legitimate chance to win. I'm not saying we don't have issues to address. I'm saying that it's not necessarily as bad as we think it is, because they got a formula, right? There's a chaos theory that says chaos has a pattern to it, right? If you look at the Falcons, they're going to give up 2 touchdowns in the first half, bottom line. And most NFL teams, unless you're really great at defense, those first 15 scripted plays,
welcome home.
Nobody has an answer for, right? But my point is, we're going to give up 2 touchdowns in the first half. We go in at halftime and we figure it out. Our defense is growing. So to me, our way of winning is let's hang on in the first half, right? How do we give up those 2 touchdowns? We're going to make them drive the length of the field. We're going to make you dink and dunk. You're not just going to throw a bomb and score. It'd be different if they were scoring within 5 minutes, because then we'd be giving up 28 points. We're giving away 2 touchdowns, but it's dink and dunk. We're keeping everything in front of us. And more importantly, the clock is our friend, because when we go in at halftime, we're going to figure it out. And we're going to come out and we're going to score more than you do in the second half. And if you do those calculations again and you remove the first game, you will see there's a distinct difference between what we score in the first half and the second half.
I love that you bring up that first game. I do, because here's why. Because Raheem didn't think to play the preseason. He just hold on. He sat on his hands and did nothing. And here's what I want to say. Hold on. I got to say it.
All right.
He played nothing in the preseason. So, and he was so confident in this team, he didn't even play the second strings. So that told me this team was ready to go from the first bell. Problem. We all know that wasn't the case. Pittsburgh, because we got Mike Tomlin on the other side, who makes his guys play, who gets his guys ready to play. It's funny, because when I was coming into this season, I kept telling people, we can't screw around. That first game, they're going to be ready. So when I hear people go, well, throw that first game out. No, because your coach did it. Your coach took it as preseason. Your coach basically was like, let's go. And then went, this is not looking good for your boy. But this is what happens. What's going on, Ryan? And then go ahead, Terry, and then we'll pass it around to everybody. I don't even thought we don't have good pass rushers. We still put pressure on the other team.
Yep.
Don't worry, because like I said, there's multi things about this that I want to address. So go ahead.
Understood. I don't think Rob believes in preseason. And there are some coaches that just feel that way, right or wrong. Now, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we did play Kirk in the preseason and he gets injured. Let's say we then swap out Michael Penix, who, lest we not forget, was coming off injured, and he gets injured too. Now we're dealing with the third string quarterback. Would it matter? Would it again? We are 5-3 now. We are clicking now. Yes, we lost that first game. It's one game. At the end of the day, it's one game. I'd rather be there at the end, because at the end of the day, it's how you finish. It ain't how you start, right? But we can debate that all that. My point is this.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, the first thing you said was Raheem is a defensive coach. Raheem got 30 years, and he's learned under some of the best defensive and offensive minds in the game. This is what I think that Raheem won't say. As much money as we spent, as much as we've done, this defense is not a good man-to-man coverage team. This defense is not a good pass rushing team. Those are, like you say, you look at the numbers, those are fact. Most of the time we go man, we end up losing. Whether it's a 10-yard bomb, whether it's a touchdown, that is what we do most of the time. What I'm saying is he and Jimmy Lake have collectively said to themselves, this is the best way that we can win. We're going to slow play this on defense. We're going to make them drive the length of the field. We're going to limit them to 2 touchdowns in the first half, and we're going to come out in the second half, kick their ass, and score more than they do. That's our formula for winning. That's all I got, fellas. Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead, Ron. You got your finger up.
My question is, was Raheem, when Tampa Bay won the chip with Warren Sapp, now, was Raheem on that staff? Yes or no?
He was.
Okay.
He was on that staff?
He was.
Yeah.
All right. No, I was just wanting to double check because I didn't know.
So
I couldn't remember.
how is it they would get after the quarterback, but we cannot get after a sock?
Okay, wait a minute. What staff was Raheem on?
I asked, was Raheem Morris
in
on
2002?
that same staff with Warren Sapp and won the Super Bowl?
I think he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, the DB coach. Yeah, the Birdcage. Yeah, the DB coach. Yeah, he was on the
Okay.
staff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he learned from, like you just said, Terry, some of the best to ever do it. The head coach was who, Terry, at that time?
At that time, it was Chucky. What's his name?
John Gruden.
John Gruden.
John Gruden.
Defensive coordinator was Monty Kiffin. But again,
Yeah, the Burke. Yeah, but it's it.
do you know how many Hall of Famers he had on that defense? Are you really comparing the 2000?
No.
Yeah,
I'm not, Terry.
Nobody wants to look at the players. You got to look at the players. A coach is only as good as the players that he has.
Right.
We don't have any with the exception of Jesse Bates and maybe Grady Jarrett, we don't have that many Hall of Famers on our defense.
I'm not comparing them.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. But what I am saying, were they running the same defense? I think they was.
They were running Tampa 2, right? This was
okay.
Yeah. They were running Tampa 2.
This Tampa 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is it he picked out his own players on this defense? He traded for the players that he wanted. He signed free agent Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons. So to me, Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yes or no?
I agree. I
okay.
would. Right.
So you cover your back end of the defense, but why you ain't cover your front end?
Because those guys weren't available. They don't grow on tree. Look, I'm not. Here's what I'm saying, right? We're not done. This is Raheem's first year. I don't think a lot of these guys that are on the defensive line now will be here next year and the year after. I really don't. But you got to play the hand that you're dealt. We don't have Warren Sapp. We don't have who was the linebacker? Derek Brooks. We don't have Derek Brooks
or John Lynch safety. Yeah,
right. There were at least 5 Hall of Famers
or Tony Dungy.
Right. Yep. There are at least 5 Hall of Famers on that defense. I hear your point, right? But if you got a Hall of Fame rusher, you're probably not going to trade him in most cases, right? You'd have to sign him. We are where we are, right? I'm not saying the defense doesn't need work. I'm saying looking at what we had, and I truly believe they took a look at everybody that was out there.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there, but I mean to cut you off. I apologize.
I
know good. The Burkhead. We're talking about Tony Dungy, like the defense he built that John Gruden used. That's what we were using the context in.
I'm talking way too much anyway, guys. I'm gonna shut up now. You guys go ahead. I just want to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
I mean, by the way, Terry, you're not wrong. I'm not mad about what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just you got me going because I'm like, well, hold on. Because I really feel like, guys, if Raheem is here for 4 or 5 years, this defense is going to look totally different in year 3, year 4.
But let me just say this about Raheem, though. I know a lot of people don't want to say it, but I think John and Ron and LaDarius, I know we've kind of brought this up at different times. He's getting to a Arthur Smith feeling himself status where you can't tell him something, and that's becoming an issue. Now, before anyone else speaks, let's introduce Ryan, the historian from the Birdcage, because I've got to say, when we all get heated
all right. I want a piece of this topic y'all talking about because I can't let y'all just jump on Terry like that.
All right, real quick. Let me bring Ryan up.
I haven't said a word. I've just been here eating some popcorn.
Thank you for the lovely introduction. But before I speak, please hit that like and subscribe button because these fellas are always putting it down. It's not right that y'all come in here and just use your ears to get free information and entertainment without paying these guys for free 99 with just a click of a button. Please support your local content creators. Thank you. Now,
I wanted to catch you up, Ryan, because I was hoping you would have been here in the beginning because I wanted to get your input too. But basically, I just read off the stats for the Falcons right now. Their offense is ranked 7th, 371 yards total. 12th in the league on third down conversion, 39.6. I'm actually surprised it's that high. So in the first half, we're scoring about 14 or 15 points. So we're tied for 7th. 24th in the league in about second half scoring in about 9 points. So now let's go to the defense, aka the step-headed red child. 19th in total defense. There, and that's 348 yards.
Red child.
Well, yeah, you know how that goes. I mean, come on, I'm old.
Enough, John. Close enough.
Oh, John! You
heard it.
Up with the all.
Close enough, John.
You said the step-headed red child.
Listen,
Yeah.
John, I heard
in
it.
his own world, man. Let my man cook. You good, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Get on my filter. Wait, hold up. My filter caught that. Whoa! What did he do?
There's no more challenge flag to use.
Oh, hey, C-Dub. That was a good one. I got to give you 2 thumbs up with a double clap.
Yeah, all right. I've made it in life. All right. All right. So we got third. So 19th in total defense, 348 yards per game. 30 in the league in team opponents' third down conversion at 46.7. 20. We're tied with 20 in 20 or tied for 28th in the league. First half points, they're scoring about 15 points. And then 9th in second half points with 9.6, so about 10 points. So those are the numbers. And of course, sacks. In our beautiful 2016 year, we were 2.3. This one, we're last with 0.8 sacks.
Per game. Yeah.
So this is how we got through this conversation. So now you know. And eventually I'm going to try to kill this virus that's on my computer.
All I can say is I'm going to address the Tampa Bay Bucks portion.
Yes. Go for
it. Because Ron, are you there?
Ron,
Run it.
Ron, you done fell asleep, man.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. He's here.
So Ron, here you go. Monty Kiffin was running that defense. Let's get this straight. Mike Tomlin was the defensive backs coach. The assistant to the defensive back coach was Raheem Morris. He was the guy that was learning. Now, let's talk about it. Raheem Morris has been on both sides of the ball. Remember, Super Bowl year, he coached our wide receivers. Now, in Tampa, he was hands-on with the linebackers and also the defensive backs. But if you want to talk about that Tampa defense, let's talk about it. Tony Dungy and that organization drafted Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch. You forget about Rondé. You forget about Rondé Barber. That's another guy that literally gets forgotten about because he was the one who started the nickel corner spot because he wasn't a true cover corner like that. And then you got to remember Georgia's own Dexter Jackson, the MVP of that defense, was there. So when you look at it, Simeon Rice was also one of their best pass rushers outside of Warren Sapp. And it's another guy that gets forgotten. He's on ESPN all the time, and he played on two stout defenses. Man by the name of Booger McFarland.
Booger McFarland,
So when you look at it, you can't compare that Tampa defense to Atlanta. And let's be real. No, wait. You wanted that. I got to give it to you because you know I'm fair, Ron. I'm very fair with that. They ran the Tampa 2, which is nothing but a cover 2 defense. We don't run a cover 2 like that. We should because we do have the personnel for that. But again, we don't have the linebackers that are actually going to be able to cover in the pass game like Derek Brooks and that linebacker core. Our linebacker core, the only linebacker that can truly cover and pass coverage is Trey Anderson because of his speed. So again, you have to look at all the intangibles. Our defense is good, but that defense was stout. Their problem was their offense couldn't put up points under Tony Dungy. That was their problem. So when Gruden got there, they were able to put up points. Now, we have the total opposite problem. We have an offense that could put up points, but we have a novice as an offensive coordinator. When I say novice, I'm not saying that he's deficient with things. He's got things to work on, but he's a first-year offensive coordinator, period. First time ever being a coordinator. So it's going to be growing pains with that. Now, for my defense, you have a veteran in Jerry Gray that's on that defense, but I guarantee you that the stuff that Jimmy Lake is running, Raheem is telling him to run. Think about it. It's only so much that happens because the buck stops Raheem. Now,
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad. Because if my defense not getting to the quarterback and my defensive coordinator not calling a good defensive scheme, don't you think it's about time to let somebody else that got experience in the NFL take over?
So here's the thing. So anybody out here that's ever coached ball, played high school, semi-pro, some that might have gone to the pros that you don't know about that don't talk about it. When you go in these meeting rooms or whatnot, here's the thing. Your defensive coordinator is going to get the game plans from your assistants. That's pretty much how that goes. You're going to go over calls. They're going to go over footage that's broken down, and they're going to have those packages. The person that's going to beat the person, put it this way, Raheem Morris is like the president. He's going to either veto it or he's going to put a signature on it. And at that point, it's all on Jimmy Lake to run the plays that are called. But that cover 3 defense, that's one of Raheem's babies. That cover shell 3, that's Raheem's baby right there. But as I said before the other morning, and y'all know I said this, we don't have the personnel to run it. We don't have a big boy in the front like a Vita Vea or an Aaron Donald that's going to be able to collapse that pocket where it's going to allow your linebackers to create havoc. You don't have a Jalen Ramsey at corner that's going to be able to shut it down. We got AJ Terrell. I'm sorry. AJ ain't no
AJ Terrell the other day. We did. Me and you.
We did. We talked about that. Now he's getting better, and here's the thing. AJ's strength is when he's playing bump and run coverage. That is his strength because he's a physical corner, likes to be fundamentally sound. That is his strength. But the problem is this: he's a little light in the behind when he goes up against receivers that are a little bit bigger. You got to get. My thing is this: AJ got to get off the beans and rice diet, and he got to go ahead and get some cornbread, some fried chicken, and some fried pork chops in his system. Now, if he's Muslim, give him some beef ribs. So and a little bit of a bean pie.
Yeah.
And, I got to go. I got to go back to my I'm gonna get you sucker days. You want some peas pie, my brother? So again, when you talk about AJ, bro, AJ is not a Jalen Ramsey type of corner. Jalen Ramsey took away one half of the field, and then remember they brought in Eric Weddle at that safety spot, a veteran safety.
Yep.
And Weddle
that was one of that was one of the big ones that they needed.
What with Rams?
Because remember, Wade Phillips built that defense. Wade Phillips built that defense in LA, and then Monty Kiffin built that defense in Tampa. Yeah. So again, let's talk about it. I've said it. Raheem Morris has walked into 3 teams that has already had a defense built.
There you go.
3.
There you go. There you go.
So T. Will, hopefully I pretty much helped your point out that you were trying to make.
Appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you, brother, as always. And you know what, guys? I might have been a little passionate because I'm gonna be honest. I love me some Raheem.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Raheem.
Rah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Hold up. What did T.O. say?
Personal foul, illegal use of the voice.
I love my coach.
Number 73 on the offense.
Bring that back. Hold on. Bring it back. Do that again? Was that really him saying that?
No.
What, me?
I mean, it was a bad impression, but come on. That's not Come on. I don't do
Rah.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like you getting ready to hop on a horse and ride down the hill in Bonanza. Ding 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 ding. That sounds like
Bonanza.
Dude, that was one of my favorite shows.
John got the for my military folks out there, when you see the fingers like this here, that's not good because you got to get some direction. I saw John put 4 fingers. Wait a minute, he had 4 fingers up and now he got 2. So I know John getting ready to start with foolishness.
John looks like he's about to come across the table like he just had enough. No.
He about to whoop my behind. I know.
No.
For the record,
gentlemen,
John, it was that man over there. I didn't say nothing the whole. I'd like to keep my record clean.
And see something that we got to take a look at objectively.
Uh-oh.
Do you know who the number 1 team in sacks is right now?
The number 1 team in sacks?
The New York Giants.
Yeet.
With 35 sacks.
That's no surprise. They always got a defense.
Yeah. No. That's true. That's true. The Giants, Philadelphia, those teams, because they stocking with SEC folk. I'm just,
I'm glad you brought that up because the other day TV asked me who I would love to go after, and I say that's the Lawrence.
Yeah, I love that Lawrence.
And the reason I brought that up, now they're the number 1 team in sacks, but their record is atrocious.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
look at that quarterback.
And the thing about that is, okay, I know I want more sacks because we down at the bottom. I mean, hey, we the filter before it goes into the sewer. That's where we are. We are the grate that all the garbage got to pass through in order to get to the sewer system because you at the bottom. All right.
Did John just really just say we was the great of the NFL?
No, well, I mean, in sacks we are. In sacks we are. However, our overall defensive ranking is 19th, and that's just this week because I think a couple of weeks ago we were 15th.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago we were 15th, and remember that the defensive statistics that you quote from previous years, those are for 16 or 17 games. This is just week 8 right now. Okay, this is just week 8.
That's correct.
So I know there's time to correct this. However, we have the funds to correct this and get what it is that we need in order to correct this, especially up front. Now, philosophy, the defensive philosophy that we're using, I mean, I'm just going to say they are committed to the pass because, see, it's either a nickel or 3-4.
Yep.
I mean, that's what we're doing. Nickel or 3-4.
Yep.
All right.
Or a dime package too, John.
Or dime. Or dime. Nickel 3-4 dime. All right. You get 4 down linemen, but the back end is suffering, or the back end is stopped.
Wow.
Okay. Or you have 3 down linemen, itty bitty linebackers, and people are on islands. So it's either you mildewing or dry rotting. One of the two, mildewing or dry rotting on defense. You know, so right now with this situation, I'm of the opinion, and this is just my opinion, that the emphasis is going to be on the offense because you invested $100 and some odd million in one person. That one person has come and blowed it up. I mean, this man has earned his paycheck from week 1 to week 8. This man has really earned his paycheck. Wide receivers that we knew about, but they aren't household names like everybody else has. He's made them into people that you've got to pay attention to. Okay. And I'm thinking that they will just, ride with this defense until you run into a situation like you did with Seattle, because see, the Seattle game really tore all the clothes off of us and exposed everything. That Seattle game exposed us, man. I mean, we were baby born naked, exposed in the Seattle game by our inadequacies. And, teams are going to take a look at what it was that was done at that time. Teams are going to watch and see how it is that we can beat, how they can beat us. Now, this game next week, this game coming up Sunday against Dallas, is going to be a game that everybody's going to look at because, see, now either you love Dallas or you like to pick on Dallas. And Stephen A. going to be front and center. We mess around there and beat Dallas. Stephen A. going to have a field day. And you saw what New Orleans did to him. You saw what New Orleans did to him, and you saw what we did in New Orleans.
Hey, so, John, you know what they're waiting on. You know it, Stephen. They waiting on. Hold on, here you go. I told you. Just wait. I told you. It's asinine that you believe in the Dallas Cowboys.
Can you lose to the Falcons? Those
the only thing that's good. Hey, hold on, here you go. The only thing that's good in Atlanta, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's those lemon pepper wings in Magic City. Great entertainment to go with the wings.
I never took that 5 times a night.
Hey, or we could do it like my man John Harris. You my guy, so I got to do it. You got to understand this, Raheem. You can't turn a foot into an elbow, man. I got to come down there and hit you with a 2x4 over the back of your head if you don't get this concept. You got to stop the run.
I love it.
John, this is how you know I've been, John. This is how you know I've been around you long enough, because that analysis I've used that once or twice. Just how you said, You can't turn a foot into an elbow. What is wrong with you? And guess what he's doing right now? And I'm gonna let you jump back on it. But he's really trying to turn a foot into an elbow and literally say he's creating a new body part. That's what he's doing with this defense. And at this point, let's be real. The strongest part of this defense is the secondary because of your two experienced safeties.
Yeah.
The best players on the field. Yeah. Justin Simmons not playing on Sunday really showed. Now, everybody wants to talk about the numbers and stuff. Let's be real. Justin Simmons does the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. He doesn't. He's had his blunders, but you got a guy that came in here that's learning the playbook, but he's also playing off of experience and knowledge that he has already. So when he learns that playbook, he and Jesse are starting to form a relationship, but they don't have it to where they're symbiotic yet. That's because Justin don't know that playbook yet. So John, it's a lot. If we're winning right now with a lot of moving parts, I agree with you. You need to put a little bit more pressure on getting that front seven or whatnot a little bit better to help take the burden off these guys that's really been carrying us, because Jesse Bates, interception, peanut punch, had about 7 solo tackles on Sunday. Let's be real on that. We got to have a little bit more better tackling, like John said last week after the game, with our D linemen and also with our linebackers. Like Grady ain't even 100% yet. Grady ain't even 100%. And we got to get to the point where Grady's got to get comfortable. That knee is not all the way there yet. Yeah. He's playing well, but he's not the Grady that we are accustomed to seeing. He's not at that level. And that right there is putting a lot of pressure on Judon. So we've heard folks say Judon is a bust, but here's the thing. How can you be a bust when you got two guys on you every play and they're holding you, blatantly holding you? And we all have pointed that out. Yeah.
And what the solution to that? And I'm just gonna say it, because I'm an old school
do it, John, get it
type of person. But Ryan, I might not be saying what you think I'm getting ready to say.
I got a feeling.
I'm gonna start putting my hand in folk face mask.
I know, I thought you were nice just now. See, you're changing, John, and that means you're getting older, and that means you're getting a little tender-hearted. Because I expected you to say something like, I expect you to go ahead and put that bat upside somebody's head or a foot between somebody's hip pockets. That's what I was expecting.
Well, that would be coming from the coach. But me, out there on that line of scrimmage, I'm putting fists in face masks. I'm collecting penalties or whatever. Ref, if you don't clean it up, I'm gonna clean it up. If we look, cause see, same thing I be saying about the Hawks. We might, if you're not gonna give us calls, we're gonna have to become bad boys. That's what we're gonna have to do. We just gonna have to become bad boys. If you want, the Atlanta Falcons have got to get to the point where they embrace what Jerry Glanville used to have out there. Sunday, we're gonna be on our worst behavior. We in black for a reason. Because we are not getting the calls, and everybody is seeing it. Everybody is seeing it. Matt Judon getting held, Grady Jarrett getting held, cornerbacks being called for phantom penalties that they didn't commit. All of this type of stuff. See, so if that's going to be the case, and that's going to be our mantra, that's how you're going to think about us. I'm not going to change your mind. Matter of fact, I'm going to reinforce what you think about me. You think I'm dirty? You think I'm nasty? Okay, let's become the John Madden Raiders, where my players have to get bailed out of jail before the Super Bowl.
A work release before every
get a work release permit. Because look, this is getting to the point where, you're seeing officials screwing up every doggone week on various calls. especially against defenses. You know, especially against defenses. You already can't hit a man. You got the dog. Matter of fact, you need to put a doggone square on him, just like you do on an X-ray machine, to see where it is that you can tackle him at. You got to tackle him within this little box right here.
Or you got to do like Grady Jarrett did in the Tampa game against Brady. Grab him, fluff his pillow, put a mint on it, bring him some house slippers and say, "Here you go, Mr. Brady. We're going to put you right here." See, Dub, what you got, man? Because I know you was finna put to another.
Still get the penalty.
Well, real quick, Ron had to get ready for Talk Your Ish, so that's why he bowed out.
Right.
So he wanted to let y'all know he has much love for all y'all. So appreciate Ron being a part of the show. So look, guys, everybody there's different shows, all right? We all know this. If you are on YouTube, there are countless different shows. We had Out of Your Falcon Mind show up. We've had Mike come on showing up. We've had, the Eye Test. We've had the Birdcage. We've got Tidy Show, Uncle Steve, Big Low, the Dixon Way. How do I know? Because he just said, "Yo, like the button smashed." Yes, thank you, the Dixon Way, Mr. After Night Party Larry Dixon Way. As Ryan would say. Now, guys, Tidy brought up a very interesting point. Players got to make a play.
Yep.
All right. So for us to have 8 sacks, or I don't know the exact number. Well, it has to be 7 sacks, because if it's 8, then it's 1 sack a game. But anyway, but for us to average 0.8 sacks, that means everybody's not doing their job. Grady, David Onyemata, Judon, and look, I swear, if I hear people tell me how great Ebikete's working, I'm going to have to grab that 2x4 that John has, because I need to smack that person in the head with it. Because quite honestly, you cannot tell me someone is doing good when I don't ever see them when it matters. So, and what's up? He says 6. Okay, so cool. And that's why.
Yeah, Pro Football Reference says 6 sacks.
So, all right. Well,
6
look,
sacks.
we're still last in the division. So
no, you last in the league.
Yeah. So we're last in the league. Yes, we need a trade to get somebody. And yes, I'm with Ryan. I know Ryan has brought this up. Give me a big cornbread eating mother that could take 2 blocks. Okay, if you're really serious about playing the 3-4, get the best nose tackle. Find one. That ain't my job. I don't care. People are like, well, what about the draft picks? What about this? I gotta say this in all due respect. Fuck those picks, because here's why. We're gonna put them on the bench anyway. They're not playing. That's why I'm trying not to lose. I try not to get mad about it, but Raheem has pretty much said he's using them like a dang red shirt freshman. So my thing is this: if we're calling out guys, who are we calling out? Because to me, the list is a long one. So I want to go around the league, or around the horn here, because I got. It's not just me. You guys got eyes. You guys watch. What say you? Who's the guy that really you want to see step it up? And it could be defense. It could be offense. We're leaving the coaches out for now, because everybody wants us to be nice to them. I'm not going to point fingers or say certain names, but maybe a P will feel a little bit better if we're not. I'm not saying no names, Terry, that about any coach or DC that deserve to get thrown into the fire. But let's talk about players that do need to step up, because look, you get one shot at this. All right, now I'm going to sound like Jameis Winston. There's a white rapper. His name is Eminem from Detroit. Thank you, Jameis. But no, you get one opportunity in the playoffs, and no one's guaranteed to come back and say you're going to repeat. Because let's be honest,
the Buccaneers just repeated, and it took a while before that happened. So I want to start with LaDarius and go around the horn. What say you all? And then I'll give my guy.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Well, first of all, I enjoyed listening. When you guys were talking, I had ordered me some chicken and some tater salad. While you guys were on. So I got hungry. I was like, if I got to hear this, I got to eat something. And then the historian brought up their food. I'm like, you know what? So that public chicken that sounds pretty good right now. That's my game. That's my game
By the
plan.
way,
I don't know what the Falcons game plan. I know what my game plan is. It's I right 8-piece tater salad right. That's the play.
LaDarius, you know what's really good? Publix does a sub, and it's the Parmesan chicken sub. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Subs are great. Subs are great. I'm talking
You
about chicken.
ordered us some food, LaDarius. You're selfish. I wanted lemon.
Well,
Man,
quiet
look,
the whole time.
let me
Go
tell
ahead,
y'all
Joe.
something. I'm mad that Publix got rid of their grill because their Philly sandwiches and Cuban sandwiches they cooked on that grill.
Yeah,
man, it'll make a puppy pull a freight train.
John,
I'm telling
John.
Hey,
Now you know, like I said, growing up in between Atlanta and Florida, y'all got Publix a little later. I caught Publix when I first moved to Florida, and I was already on them. I was already on it. But you can't talk about a Philly cheesesteak, bro. You know where I live.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
That's why I said anytime somebody say that, you know I laugh, right?
Yeah, hey.
Right now.
Oh yeah,
John,
I know.
You ever come up here, or any of y'all come up here, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you on the I got you on the steak. I definitely got you on it.
Okay. That's
But what you got though, LaDarius? What's your player that you would want to, like you were talking about, that you want to see step up?
Well, I'm gonna go defense. I don't know if it's one particular person, but I'll just go. I'll go defensive line because here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not ragging on it, but at some point there has to be a level. I don't use the word pride, but at some point how can I phrase this? At some point you have to see that you have to put in the work. Now I'm not calling players. I'm not calling out players. I'm not calling out anything specific. But when I look at that defensive line, I'm looking at we have to do something. And listen, Matthew, like I think you said it, Ryan. I think Matthew Judon can only do so much. And at some point, and like you said, I'm not 100% sure Grady Jarrett's healthy. It's not 100%. So somebody, we can kind of take our pick in terms of who. But I'm going the defensive line in general just needs to step up because you can't bank on. You simply just can't bank on Judon every game. Like you said, he's getting doubled. So that means that's space for somebody to at least generate something. And Grady Jarrett's not 100% healthy, so I can't specifically say one player when I feel it's a unit, if that makes any sense. I can't specifically, call out individual. I could, but I'm like, no, I'm just going to go the unit because they know the number. Like maybe they see that stat sheet that Jimmy, that a certain coach throws away. And they look at we got to be better. Like at some point, the sense of pride's got to kick in. Like, look, yeah, we're leading the NFC South. That's great. That's awesome. But we're not necessarily the reason. Like the secondary is, like you said, Justin Simmons' presence was felt when he was not on the field. And there's no stat in the world that's going to cover that. So that's why I have no beef or no ish with the secondary. I'm talking about that defensive line, and you can, if you want to lump in linebackers too, that's perfectly fine too. But it's it's the unit that has to step up. I can't say, well, one player steps up and one player steps when I know, like outside of Judon, I can't really say Judon's doing what he can do. So all I'm saying is there has to be some pride in that room to do something. Because I'm not even concerned about the sacks. I'm concerned that can we generate something? Because we got to do something. Now, am I saying It might say we got to make a move, yes, but we have to be realistic in who we go after too. We got to like Dexter. As great as Dexter Lawrence is, the Giants ain't giving up Dexter Lawrence.
Right now.
They're not giving up Brian Bird. They're not giving up your best shot is Azeez Ojulari. That's your best shot.
Agreed.
If you really want help on that front seven, your best shot is Azeez Ojulari. You can go after Emmanuel Ogbah from Miami. Like, Josh Uche, who I talked about. I think I talked about on the morning show. I talked about he went to Kansas City and they somehow got even better. And they got Chris Jones and George Karlaftis and they got better. Like that was the problem. I'm like, well, how do we get better? They just went out and got Josh Uche from New England.
Yeah.
So when I'm calling out units, listen, I'm not calling out an individual person. Outside of Matt Judon, like I said, Grady Jarrett, I don't feel he's 100% with that. I don't feel he's 100%. You can watch and see, or all in all. But here's the reality. I just want there to be some pride in that defensive because, and listen, we don't know what Terry's going to do. We don't know what Terry Fontenot. I got to clarify because there's a Terry on this show. I don't want folks to get confused. Terry, Terry with Terry Fontenot. I don't need that kind of smoke. So, like you should know that they're two different people. Yeah, but people are like, oh, we ain't. So like I said, I'm just calling out a unit because at some point, you got to step up because, like I say, Matthew Judon can't do it all. Matthew Judon is doing his job, and I can't sit here and say in good faith that everybody else is. Like I see, we can go Lorenzo Carter. We can go,
wow.
we can go a lot of different routes with players, but I'm just speaking from a unit perspective because there has to be a sense of, like I said, a sense of pride in what you do. So, like I said, I don't want to take up too much of the time, but like I said, I just want to see something because, like I said, Terry's going to have to bring in somebody, but I just want this unit that we can sit here and as much as I talk about Jimmy Lake and their defense, at some point it's player pride. It's like you got to get better. It's like you may not see the numbers, but it's seeing on the field we can't get to the quarterback. So yeah. So penultimately, like I said, we can say Lorenzo Carter. Listen, we can go there. We can go, but I'm just saying as a unit, there has to be a sense of pride. I'm not worried about the secondary. After what I saw Sunday, imagine if Justin Simmons was out there. Imagine if he was out there. Because like I said, I keep repeating it like what Ryan said. Sometimes listen, it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but it shows up when you watch the game. Like I'm gonna use one of the name of the shows with the eye test. The eye test. Listen, Justin Simmons wasn't out there. It kind of showed, but listen, secondary made the plays they had to do. But like I say, I'm just gonna go with the pass rush. I'm going to go with the defensive unit, defensive line. I yield. I'll be quiet for the rest of the show. So,
stop. You want the key host here, my man.
Key host. Now, when you say key host, I would like that to be reflected in a fiscal sense. So
okay. You are my equal. I don't look at you as a co.
See,
you just ran the show without me. That should tell you something.
I was running the show. I thought I was just talking. Oh boy.
All right, Terry.
I'm going to defer to Ryan because I think Ryan has been gracious with this time. I think he's got something.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm not gonna take too long. My man just literally covered darn near everything he just said. So I can't say what I want because I got little ears in the room. So
okay.
Y'all know how that go.
Yeah.
But
I'll say bleep. That's a bleep.
Yeah.
Bleep. I'll be the censor.
But I'll say this before I hop off. I got to see more production from my linebackers. Mm-hmm. You got veteran linebackers, and the problem that I'm seeing is not the fact that they're able to not shoot gaps. That's not the problem. The problem is at this point right now, what they're doing is they're missing a lot of tackles. They're over pursuing. They're really not playing fundamental football at this point. And if you look at it, when I talk about my linebackers, I expect those guys pretty much to put us in a position to not only win ball games, but also be able to not just come downhill, but you've got to be able to make plays on passes. You might not be the best in pass coverage, but you got to understand how to take your angles a little bit better when it comes to covering these screens, these slant routes coming across the middle where you guys are, where these guys are getting free passes. And the other thing you've got to do better at is being able to shed blocks a little bit better at this point and be able to at least, if you can't make the tackle, at least push that running back into traffic. Into traffic. So the best thing that you can do at this point when you talk about your linebackers, they have to be the brains of this defense. Because guess what? The linebackers run this defense. The safeties are the second line of the last line of defense, your second in command. Your linebackers you're supposed to be your extension on the field of these coaches. JD Bertrand is getting trial by fire at this point. I feel like we should have went after the cat David White out of pretty much out of Philly that just got cut that was with Tampa. He'd have been perfect for our defense because he can cover in the pass and he can school the young guy JT Bertrand, and he could also school Troy Anderson when he comes back. Now, the X factor that's going to be a question after Richie Grant is tossed to the side. We got to see what DeMarco Hellams is going to be like because he's not in football shape right now. But we know that he can actually play on this defense very well. So if anything happens, he's got to do what he has to do when he comes back. But at this point, my linebackers are the problem that I have. So all I can say is if we don't trade, it's time to start using Brandon Dorless on that D line to help these linebackers out. You've got to see what this rookie can do. I know he's struggling with the playbook right now. That's the reason he's not playing. That's the reason he's not playing. Everybody's like, well, why they won't play Dorless? Quit whining. Start if you're that concerned with this team, quit crying so much because we got one of the whiniest fan bases. Understand the fact that this is a young cat coming in that has to learn the defense. You got a veteran in Justin Simmons that doesn't know this defense yet. How the heck do you think a rookie is going to pick up about 600 pages worth of defense and he doesn't get it? The coach can't use him on about 3 or 4 packages. Offenses are going to be able to prepare for him. So stop crying about it. Sit back. Let them do what they got to do. We belly aching right now about a whole bunch of nothing, and we at the top of the division. Remember what it was like when we were pretty much at the bottom of the division and weren't winning anything. That's all I got, man. Quit crying, enjoy the ride, and let's get this dub on Sunday, and let's get Stephen A laughing at these boys, man. I'm out. Check me out. Check us out Thursday at the Birdcage LSC. You either get right or you get left. YouTube, X platform will be there, and I see y'all boys this weekend. I'll be in town for the game, fellas.
Oh, sweet. Okay. You got Ryan up in the ATL.
I'm coming home, baby, for a little bit. You know what it is.
Yeah, awesome. All right. Well, John, I don't have an aluminum baseball bat near me, but if you would like to go off on Kyle Pitts, I'll let you borrow my ugly stick, John.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Let's see if he even realizes it.
Oh, man, what in the world?
Well, it's my walking stick, but ever since you did the baseball bat, I figured I could use it as an ugly stick for him. So, if you want to beat him with an ugly stick, I got you.
Look, 2x2, baseball bat, shillelagh. It doesn't matter. He needs to be beat around the head and shoulder until he gets the message. Because, gentlemen, everybody says it's real hard to win in the NFL.
Yes.
Everybody says that. You don't need people who are not locked in to be messing up games that, games that you should be winning. You just don't need people like that out there. You remember Singletary when he was talking about his tight end?
Hold on. That's the guy I was thinking about the whole time when he did that move. And I was going,
Mike. Oh, the nine.
yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, well, no problem. But you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about, because I'm looking at my Facebook where I made the comment, and Red has made the comment about Kyle Pitts' performance, and people still giving him grief. Oh, maybe we need it because I posted right after that play. The phone just started typing by itself and put a post up, cut Kyle Pitts now. Okay. I wanted him cut right when that took place, because you are a 4-year veteran. I've already been through the spiel, and I'm saving the rest of it for a post, because I got to go there. I got to go there.
Good.
I'm saving it for a post. So I'm just going to say the position or people that I would like to see step up is Kyle Pitts. I want Kyle Pitts to step up. And up until that particular play in the game, Kyle Pitts was stepping up. Because, I mean, your quarterback has been saying it. I'm going to put it on him early. Because was there not a rumor that he gets disinterested if he's not included in the offense early? I remember hearing that. I don't know how true that is because I'm not on the field. But what I've been seeing from him, it impresses me that he's not fully engaged, which can be corrected with a field goal. And his target is his butt. He that type of behavior can be changed real quick, because it's amazing what a foot in the hind end can do as a motivator.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Them John Brown hind parts. Yep.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, you get a running start. I got to load this episode of the Boondocks where the man with the steel boot was gonna kick this man in the nuts, and he started in 2 rooms back, and you can hear that joker clanging coming toward him. Clang, clang, close. No, yeah, I'll tell. Boom. But I'm just saying, defense. Overall, we're number 19. We're number 19 with only 6 sacks. We're number 19 with 6 sacks. I want the sack total to go up too, because I want to see other people's quarterback getting knocked on their behind beside mine. I really do. Because we owe it to them. But your personnel that you have here, the scheme that you're running, you're not going to get that. So, C-Dub, I got to say, the coaching staff too. I got to say something.
I was leaving them. I wanted to leave them for last, so that's why I was doing that. So,
okay. Well, so I mean, the people who pick the personnel, and then I have to temper that. See, because I'm thinking as I'm talking, and that's why I sound a little disjointed. Do you remember when Dean Pease was defensive coordinator, and we had to put together a defense with spit, baling wire, and chewing gum?
Yes.
And his defensive philosophy, he found after the second game that he couldn't do it because he could not trust these people in man coverage. I mean, he got these people from every discount store that he could find because we didn't have any money. Okay. So he had to, formulate a defense, and for what he stitched together, they became the bend but don't break type of defense that you still see now. Because, Grady Jarrett is a big contract that we got to consider as far as, getting rid of. And unfortunately, it's going to cost us getting rid of Grady Jarrett to improve the front 3 or 4. It's going to take that. because that type of salary we've got to get rid of in order to afford something else.
Wallace just said, I saw it with my own eyes when we played the Bucks at home. If the play is not for pitch, he's not going to run his routes at full speed and crisp. So that's just Wallace saying.
You know what? It's not just him. It's not just him.
No, okay.
It's not just him because
and also
excuse me. It is him because see, you remember last week, a week before last, there was a pass that the announcers were saying that was intended for the back pylon that he didn't finish the route.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez called him out. Mark Sanchez called him out.
And see, the thing is that had he run to that back pylon, he possibly, even if he didn't catch the ball, he possibly could have gotten a pass interference penalty on the defender. Mm-hmm. You know, because I have seen this from many teams. Mm-hmm. However, this is my team right here. You need for people who have an assigned route to run that route all the way out. Because look here, man, I'm paying you. If I give you a post route, it may not go to you, but I'm paying you to run that damn route.
Yeah.
All the way. Okay. In order for somebody else to eat. Your turn is going to come. All you got to do is catch the ball when the ball comes to you, son.
Yep. All right. Real quick, I also want to. I wanted to get to Keith.
No, you're
great, John. No, John, you're fine. I don't mind. Dear Lord, you're my homie. All right, so stop. So, fellas, if the Falcons lost Judon, they receive a third-round compensation pick. If so, that makes sense why Terry didn't jump to sign him. Here's the thing, Keith, and I'm seeing so many names, so I apologize. But here's the thing. I want to get to that. My thing is this. Judon made it clear that the Falcons don't know him. I know Terry brought that up. I know LaDarius and me, we talk about it. It's that he's like, look, they don't know me. I got to show it. Now, I'll bet you he kind of is looking at him like, yo, I'm trying, but you got to help me. I mean, this is ridiculous. I know I thought when this started, and also because it was a Thursday night game against the Bucks. I got you. And that was one heck of a game to be at. My thing is this: when I look at this team, it's the old saying, make your spark matter. All right? You're in the dance. Well, you better make it last as long as you want because it ain't guaranteed to everybody. All right? Now, I got somebody that's came in because I did hit the thing and because I was about to do my people, but Senator Palpatine, a.k.a. Mad Mike, I see you're here. Is your mic unmuted now before I do it?
No, we're good.
All right, cool. Well, welcome to the show. I dropped the link, so if you'd like, go ahead and speak. I wanted to say I was quite interested in hearing what you said about Algier and also pitch and the thing you read. I was going to listen to the one about your fan reaction to it, but I was quite actually I'm on your side about the whole Algier thing. But I'll let you do what you like. What you want to talk about?
I mean, I think I've hit that Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, Bijan, whatever you want to say. I think I pretty much won that topic out. I think people, they got some bulletin board material for me. I think I'm warning about 15 states because of that.
Not for telling the truth.
For telling the truth about Tyler Algier. The thing is, man, like I stated before, there's nothing wrong. This franchise has been known for having multiple backs before. Like this is who we are. If we have an identity with the Atlanta Falcons, we are notorious for having two back systems.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're known for that. So if you want to say that, this is what it is. And there's nothing wrong with having Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. Both of those guys are unique backs on their own way. But when you talk about which guy is him, as they say,
Yeah.
It's Robinson. Like he's that dude. There's nothing this kid can't do. And I was one of those guys that I wanted. I'm a Georgia fan, and I wanted to see one of those big dudes in the middle of our defense. I want to
Oh
see
yeah.
that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we didn't do it. So we have Robinson. So at the end of the day, man, I don't have a problem with either back. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, we just have to respect the fact that we have a dynamic duo. We have one of the best quarterbacks in the last, 10 years or so in Kirk
Mhm.
Cousins. Um, he's an accomplished quarterback. Now he still has ways to go as far as playoffs concerned. There's some concerns there as far as how well he really plays.
No, I agree.
That's a
I agree.
long debate. That's a long
Yeah.
debate in regards to whether or not it's the defense fault or Minnesota is his fault. That's a debate. But like I said, man, this team with the Atlanta Falcons, I will really reiterate what I stated about Raheem. Look,
Hmm.
I'm all cool with all that rah stuff, but I need to see something different from this defense. We're still having the same issues. One thing that I am proud about and what I am happy about is that we're getting turnovers.
Yeah.
One step at a time, man. One step at a time. We've solved the turnover battle. We've solved that issue. We still have a major issue, and I think this is the only concern with this Atlanta Falcons team is pass rush. That's the
Hmm.
only thing that we're struggling with is pass rush. Now, I know people who probably say, Mike, what about the run defense? That'll happen in time. These guys, I think the run defense more so personnel issues than it is, um, just overall skill from players. I think we have players to be able to get that done. But like I said, when these guys have yet to be together, these guys haven't been together 6 months. So like you
Hmm.
expect the defense to be, complete in 6 months. That's ludicrous.
No, no, no. I didn't expect it. It's just more of when you see the defense every game, and you're just going, why do we? Because I'm going to ask this in general to the crew, not just you, Mike, but it just feels like we're all in a slog. Like they're maybe like running like a yard behind. It's like the running game could get what it wants. When they pass on third down, it can get what they want. It's like whenever and I thought, well, we don't have third and longs enough. Well, now we're getting third and longs, and we're not even getting the we're not even getting to the pressure. We're not, they're still getting the first downs. What say
He's
y'all?
Dan Quinn. He's Dan Quinn. It was the
Yeah.
first thing that I said. He's a black version of Dan Quinn. I know people's gonna probably I'll get 15,000 messages but he's the black version of Dan Quinn. All right, and I don't mean that in a negative light. Dan Quinn is a terrific coach. As you see what he's doing with Washington, he's a
Washington.
terrific
Yeah.
coach. So I'm not saying that, but if you look at both guys' philosophies, they like zone. Ryan is a zone guy. That's what he
Yeah.
did. So, like you were right when you said earlier about you know the off coverage, the soft zone. This is what he is. That's who he is. And I think you said something about the personnel. They don't have the personnel to run with Raheem like. So this is why I say a guy like Trey Anderson is perfect for what Ra wants to do. We don't have that. So when you put a Caden Ellis in the situation that you had with Seattle and you left him in the middle of the field with DK Metcalf, you're asking for him to score 15 touchdowns in the middle of the field. Like you asking for that. So this team has a ways to go, but I think the Falcons are going to be a team to be reckoned with in the next 3 years. I really expect the Super Bowl because Raheem is one of those guys that players want to play for. It's like we've gotten a Jesse Bates, we've gotten a Justin Simmons to pretty much come out of retirement for the most part. Like let's keep it real, he was retired. He was happy sitting on the bench and not playing football until he had the perfect situation. And Raheem was the one that was able to get him to come out. So
Hmm.
at the end of the day, am I satisfied with this defense? Absolutely not. But I'm happy with the small things that we've done. And that's the biggest thing is we're finally getting turnovers.
All right. No, that's cool, man. That's why I ask people. I want to get their takes, man. So I appreciate it.
Hey
So
man, I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to come on and say, congratulations to you fellas. Darius, I follow you. I see you wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. T Will, I watch your stuff. Don, yeah, Big Chauncey, Big Scooby. Yeah, we've had a lot of
well,
we've had a lot of conversations, Judge. So look, man, I'm a fan of all you guys. So y'all keep doing what you're doing, man. My God bless, continue blessing to everybody, man. I'm out, man. So appreciate it.
Hey, Mike, just so you know,
sir.
me and LaDarius do wrestling also. So
I'm a huge wrestling fan. Oh, we got to talk about we got to talk about this bloodline and Sami Zayn. We got to talk about that. See, I'm kind of expecting the turn for Sami Zayn, and I can't wait for that. So we'll get to that, bro. We'll get to that.
We'll talk about it. We can talk about it. So anytime. We'll be on tomorrow. So I'll holler at you about that if you like.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Take care, brother.
Right. Take care.
One leaves, another enters, folks. And I did I hit it? Yeah, I did. All right. So Larry, you there, Larry? Yeah.
Before you get started, guys, I got to drop.
All right.
Thank you all for having me. As always, so much fun. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you hopefully next Tuesday. You guys be good. Dixon Way, man. Be good, brother. All right. Thank y'all.
All right, man. So that's Terry. You can find him for my ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. I was impressed. I remembered it off the cuff, actually, because I just looked at where I wrote it and I went, oh, wow, I did it right. So, all right, Larry, can you hear us? Do we have Larry? Let's give Larry a little bit of time before we. All right, Larry, I'll add you as soon as I can see you. So, and because I saw something going on. All right, so let's talk about our next opponent because Ryan brought it up. Yes, Stephen A. Smith does love to troll the Cowboys. I personally think I personally believe Stephen A. Smith is a deep down Cowboys fan. And I really do, because as much as he so-called trolls them, I don't really see it. But anyway, because, it's like before it was a show. Now it's become even worse. And I'll tell you what, the amount of time they take talking about the Cowboys and the Jets on ESPN, and they're not even over 500, is insult to football. Anyway, watch Good Morning Football. So with that being said, what are y'all thinking about this game? Because my thing is this: the next two games is the Cowboys, then the Saints. And look, I'm not saying you got to focus more on the Saints than the Cowboys. What I'm saying is, if you beat the Saints, you're 5-0 in the division. Pretty much, you got the division. So. But you got to take care of the Cowboys because you need that NFC win. So what do you guys think about this? What's your thoughts and impressions, and what are things that you just want to see happen in this game? Besides the Cowboys get their butts beat and Jerry looking all mad and angry. So let's go to LaDarius.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no. So I don't know if I should say stats on the show or not after what we saw earlier. I don't know.
You can say anything you want.
I just see myself out of here. But because boy, you want to talk about a ruckus? I don't mean Uncle Ruckus. I mean just a ruckus in general. But I do want to talk about, because I think when you look at this matchup, and I think I said this before. Sometimes you look at the record, you can't let the record deceive you. You can't. I think I said this back when we played the Steelers, where, it looks on looking at the paper is cool and it's great, but I look at the end of the day, I still feel that it's gonna be a competitive game to an extent. If Atlanta, will pull away if they just don't do it, just don't do Atlanta things. I guess it's the takeaway. But when I look at Dallas. And Dallas, and the key difference I notice is it's the turnover margin. Listen, I want you to guess what Dallas's turnover differential is. I'll let you guys guess. Whoever
John, what do you say? John, what do you say?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, John.
You're muted, John.
Oh yeah,
you're muted, John. There we go.
Okay. Now you're gonna have to forgive me. I received a call right then.
I apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's me.
I thought you were sleeping on my account. I'm like, oh man, I done bored John. I'm like,
oh no, man.
I gotta eat my fried chicken sad now. I'm like,
I had to get 2 freaking phones, one to run the show on and one to take calls on, because if not, I would be completely off the phone, because these iPhones, they just take you right off, and especially at this time of year, because they're trying to solicit people that they know that are over 65 years old for Medicare situations, that Part D especially. And man, you cannot imagine how many hucksters and shysters are out here trying to get you hooked up and signed up, where you're committed for a year to some plan that you have absolutely no business signing up for. Okay. So but this was another call. But now what were you asking?
We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys game.
Oh, okay. Like I said, what was that, LaDarius?
Oh no, well go ahead, John. Take the time. I yield my time to Senator John, and
reclaiming my time. Okay. I have to do that. I have to do that at conventions. At Robert's Rule of Order.
My dad, he gave me that red book. Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Oh man, that is the worst thing that I have ever seen in my life, because you can't really have what we have here now. Mm-hmm. You can't have these type of discussions following Robert's Rules of Order. It's ridiculous. But this is a game that everyone around the league is going to pay attention to, just because it's the Dallas Cowboys. Just because it's them. Not because it's us, but just because it's them. Now, and you know what? I'm going to take about 7/10 off of that, because we are leading our division. And this is, as all of our other games are going to be, litmus tests to see if we are who we say we are and who the record says we are.
Yep.
Because we cannot afford for the Dallas Cowboys to get well on us.
Exactly.
We can't afford that. Okay. In our situation or in their situation. Okay. Because Dallas is circling the loop. Right now, Dallas is circling the loop. You do not need a team to climb up out of that circle of death in the toilet and go to crawling on your bathroom floor. You can't have that.
Nope.
Because they will talk about that for weeks and weeks to come. Because after 2016, and C-Dub, I've got to mention it, because even though it was some years ago, it is a watershed moment for this team. Watershed moments for this team. We have done something. We had a hold my beer moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see how you can lose a game leading 28-3, 21-3 in the halftime that no other team has ever done before? Hold my beer. Let me show you how you can do that. Let me show you how we can get that done. And we showed them. we showed them.
Dan Quinn embraced the suck that year.
Yeah. So people see us with the 5-3 record, but they say those Falcons, they always mess that up. They always mess that up. They're waiting for the fall.
Yeah.
They're waiting for the fall. And this week is one of those opportunities where either we can sink or swim. Now, the problems that we have on defense could loom large, especially if we start off slow on offense. Those problems could loom very large, and we can find ourselves in a deficit at home because we can't win at home. You know, we may as well. Hey, AT-Dub, LaDarius, we may as well open the Georgia Dome up to anybody who wants to play in it every Sunday, no matter who it is, whatever conference they come from, whatever league they come from. You know, just let them play in the Dome and make it an away game when we play there, because we are not capitalizing on home field advantage. The fans are there. The fans will be there Sunday because we don't like the Cowboys because of the history we've had with the Cowboys, all the way back to our playoff run. You know, there are people that are still alive that have instilled in their children and instilled in their descendants that hatred for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so those fans are going to be there. You heard Ryan. Ryan is coming down here from Philadelphia to be at that game. Okay, now you cannot lay an egg on this field because, you know, and the first thing about it, they're gonna come in there trying to compare Jerry World to what it is that we got.
Yeah. Oh, you know it.
They coming in there comparing Jerry World to what we got. Now, Jerry World will seat 100 and some thousand people, but it still might not be the jewel that we have here. And my dome, I'm proud of my dome. I'm proud of how my dome went. But my team in it, I've got the questions that everybody else has about the team that's occupying the dome. You know, you want to create a home field advantage, this Sunday will go a long ways toward doing that if you stop encouraging the fans to rise up and you rise up. You rise up first, team. You rise up first, or I'm gonna raise up with this stick.
Oh, he's got it.
I'll raise up. You rise up, or I'm gonna raise up. Now, what you want? What you want? You know, I mean, that's Hey, I mean, whatever implement that you have in your hand at the time. That, you know,
piece of chicken.
No. Well, you can jug that down his throat, bone and all. But at any rate, I mean, these games like this right here, these games like this right here, these are the ones that make an impression. These are the ones that national attention is brought up or paid attention to. National attention is paid attention to these games, especially America's team. If we played the 49ers, do you remember when we played the 49ers and we beat them? I mean, no matter how hurt up the 49ers were, that brought attention to the Falcons for the little time that we were able to sustain it with positive play on the field. You know, when we play these teams, you know, like Kansas City this year, everybody knows that was pass interference. Everybody knows that we should have won that game, and that's the game that the doggone Falcons played those Kansas City Chiefs real close. Should have won the game if the referees had cooperated. So this is what games like this do for your season ticket holder, your fans observing.
Sorry,
LaDarius.
I'm reading the comment. It says, first of all, LaDarius. Who the hell is LaDarius? My mama named me LaDarius. Listen, you take it up with her. Listen. You don't want them hands. You thought, listen. You take it, LaDarius. Well, I'm gonna call you Terry. I'm gonna call you Terrence. How you feel about that?
Hey, Terrence may be short, but Terry may be short for Terrence. But like I said, this is definitely one of those games that's on the calendar you circle in red. Last time you remember that? Oh boy!
Well, and here's a question. Here's
Was
something
it the
for you.
onside kick game? Was that the last game we played against?
I want to say, yeah. Well, see, I think there was maybe another one, but here's something to remember. It's T. Williams. Oh, Lord. I can't wait till LaDarius comes back on that one. That game, I want to say there was another game, though, but the thing is, with the Falcons and the Cowboys, it may be that we're going to have Tom Brady calling our game. It could be, he could be calling it because God knows they got to have the Cowboys with him. Or
wait a
maybe
minute, is this a CBS or a Fox game?
It's a Fox game. Hold on, I'm gonna double check right now. Please, God, don't let it be on CBS. Although, look, anything but Vilma. That's what I say.
Well, that's a Fox game. Vilma works for Fox.
Yeah, I know, but anyone but Vilma.
Might be Kenny, whatever his name is, and the people
who
called that game.
But don't be surprised if it's Tom Brady. Do not be surprised.
Tom Brady is CBS. Now that's what I was saying. Is it a
No, Tom Brady is Fox. Tony Romo is CBS. So
okay,
Winston?
Okay. That's right.
What's going on, Winston? Hey, man. Thanks for coming on. We're about to be wrapping up here. We're talking about the Cowboys game. Basically previewing it now. Everything else we talked about. Yeah, that's Winston.
What's up, Winston?
What's happening, John? How you feeling, brother?
Man, shoot, they got 4 of them from me.
Huh? They got 4?
They got the 4.
They got 4 of them from me, man. It's the man. Look here. I can't speak German no more. I can speak English, but I can't speak no German no more.
Everything for everybody. Shit. Y'all about to wrap up. You guys talking about the Cowboy game?
Oh yeah. We got to the Cowboys, but I want to hear your take because we were talking about the Falcons defense, about where it ranks. And of course, when it comes to sacks, we're last, and with 0.8.
And ain't that about the most Falconist thing in the world?
It is, isn't it? We don't even have a full sack. That's the sad part.
Shit, bro. But
but go ahead.
Quick tidbit. All right, so we have a problem with stopping the run. The Cowboys can't run the ball. Do not get out of this field Sunday and allow the Cowboys to establish a run game. Yeah. That would literally be the most Falconist thing possible. They can't run the ball. Last week, Zeke had 10 carries for what? 26 yards or 36 yards? And Dalvin Cook had 6 for like 12. They cannot run the ball. Make the Cowboys one-dimensional. Make them have to throw the ball. Double team CD Lamb, take CD out the game, and then you should walk away with this win. It's really not that hard. It's very, very simple. Man up. Do what you got to do. Take CD out the game. There's no other threat on the team. That's it. It literally should be the game plan. And they can't stop the run, so run the ball. We should hear their names over the intercom all game long.
Yeah, it's one of two names. It's either Bijan or Algier running that football. I mean, you're right, Winston. Because I just see Larry. Let's see if he's running. Hey, Larry, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. What up? What up?
What up? All right. Well, we got Winston just talking about the Falcons Cowboys game, where basically we're looking at with the Falcons, what's your thoughts of the preview of the having the Cowboys here at the Dome, and what do you think?
Well, first of all, as always, guys, if you're watching this stream on whatever platform you're watching on, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Help these guys grow their channel by helping them get in the algorithm. The like button is the lifeblood of all the content creators. It's free. It's easy to do. It only takes a millisecond. All right. So after the PSA, I mean, I agree with Winston. They only got one player, and that's CD Lamb, one playmaker. But Dak Prescott can get the ball to him. If we don't get any pressure, that's the type of team that we can lose to. You know what I'm saying? A team that's milling around, being mid, but we can lose to them if we don't get any pass rush. If we can't get any pass rush and you leave Dak Prescott back there, he will carve you apart. I still don't understand how they beat the Steelers, but the Steelers, that Steeler game with the Cowboys, especially beating them in Pittsburgh, shows you that they do have the capability of sneaking up on a better team and win it, and on the road. So I don't need us letting another team walk in our trap and take over our trap like Seattle did. All right? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Now, with the coaching staff, I heard you guys talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Guys, I think the responses by Jimmy Lake is pretty much telling you we ain't making no moves. Don't get in your head. Don't worry about it. We ain't making no moves. The team is a team because the salary cap is the salary cap, guys. They are not restructuring anyone else's deals to try to get someone else in here. It is what it is. And personally, I feel like it's a combination of rookie coaching plus Jimmy and Joe's. It's X's and O's and Jimmy and Joe's that's not getting it done right now. Now, I can, kind of excuse a young offensive and defensive coordinator to an extent. We need to see things improve, but personnel don't match the scheme, and putting people in situations to succeed aren't always happening simultaneously during the game. Like it's like pulling teeth trying to get Algiers and Bijan to have a good running game at the same time, or establishing a run before you do play action. If you come out here and run play action without running a dang old ball first, I don't even know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that may work on that if you don't establish a run the past 3 games in a row. But if you don't even establish it in the game, they know what you're going to do. You're sitting back there in the pistol, making Kirk Cousins a statue. When he is, I know, son, we're going to get some. And he is a predominantly like play action quarterback. So if that's his bread and butter, him sitting back in a run pass option in the shotgun, it's either going to go to the running back it's not going to be a fake handoff because he don't have the ability to run out there. Even though, shout out to Kirk Cousins getting out on that 18-yard scamper, pretty much the play of the game. But yeah, we can't be running this like we got Matthew Stafford or someone else that has a proficient arm enough to sling it all around and stuff like that. Like, I like Kirk. I like his efficiency and stuff like that. But I think the best plays Kirk has made is out of the run pass option. Out of the play action. When he turns his back, turn around, feeding off the running game, and then going through that. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. I personally think that we're going to win this. We're going to score 30 points again. It depends on how well the defense holds down the Cowboys if we can actually generate pressure. Again, Tampa Bay had 50 pass attempts and we didn't get 1 sack. That's almost impossible, bro. That's almost impossible. Somebody drop back 50 times, you're not running to a sack. So yeah, I think it's kind of scheme, but it's also, I mean, it's more Jimmy than Joe's, man. Guys got to step up. I do think that Judon is pushing the pocket to one side, but whenever they chip off of him or leave a running back to chip off a Judon or the tight end, it's on Judon's side. Ain't nobody chipping Grady. Ain't nobody double teaming David Aminata. They double team Grady sometimes, but it's not frequent like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? So, really and truthfully, man, the front seven definitely got to get it done. The run defense is basically because we don't have a traditional 3-4 guy like you guys were talking about, like Big Vita, who's blowing up our run sometimes or our pass rush is just being a mountain of a person and disrupting things. We don't have that traditional big hog in the middle. And when you run a 3-4, you kind of need that because your linebackers need to be able to be clean. Either an A or B gap, he needs to be able to occupy two people so the linebacker can be free to make the tackles that they can. Other than that, I mean, and for everybody talking trash about Justin Simmons, talking about he's all right, but he ain't really doing what we thought he was going to do. Did you see Richard Grant out there? Did Richard Grant going out there remind you how well and efficient that Justin Simmons is? Because when you don't hear Justin Simmons' name, unless he's picking out the best quarterback in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, he's doing his job, and he's doing it efficiently. You know what I'm saying? It's a no-fly zone for a reason. We got the best. We got the best, the absolute best secondary. Yes, son, we're going. The absolute best secondary in all of the NFL. Why? Well, we're like ninth in the league or something like that, an interception, something crazy like that with no pass rush. Imagine if we had pass rush and these guys can actually look at the quarterback and see the ball come out of their hand instead of reading, react, and tracking the ball in the air. And I think a lot of people don't even understand that, how good our secondary is. And AJ getting a lot of grief, but AJ stepping up. He done got the money. He's stepping up, got 2 picks on the season. You know what I'm saying? Well on his way to be joining Jesse Bates in the Pro Bowl, who Jesse Bates is the best safety on planet Earth. It's not even a discussion. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a secondary like that who can cover up our pass rushing deficiencies, who can cover 4 or 5 seconds, you know what I'm saying? Now, we bend but don't break. But the reason why we bend and don't break is because we ain't got no pass rush. And that's a part of it. I seen Jimmy Lake send 6, and we don't get there.
Yeah.
We sent 6 several times against the Buccaneers, and they blocked it all up. So when I look at it, guys, it's Jimmy and Joe's. X and O's do need to be corrected, but it's more Jimmy's and Joe's also. And that's just kind of sad to see. And I don't think Terry going to make a move, to be honest. If he was, he would have been made it.
All right. So I know LaDarius just got his chicken. He's gone again. Okay. So, all right. So here's my thoughts on the game. To me, it's simple. Don't be an embarrassment. You know, John always says, don't you make me look bad? Well, this is C-Double now saying it. Look, you're going against the Cowboys. Don't overlook to the Saints or your bye week or whatever. Stop reading your press clippings. You ain't all that. I need you to go take care of business with the Cowboys. Because let me tell you something. You want to make a name for yourself or you want to be talked about and you don't show up, you're going to look like that cornerback that was drawing with the fans and got burnt in the Hail Mary. All right? So from Chicago. And he's still recovering. And my thing is this, the Falcons, I need you guys to start fast. All right? Go at them. The defense, I don't know what has happened, but run on them. Just run. You can hit the play action. You can get the big plays. Kurt, it has no fear about throwing to Mooney. No fear to throwing to London or Pitts. So my thing is, don't get high off your own supply, better known as don't believe your own hype. Yep, you got it, Terry. So I'm just saying, you got to come at this game, be ready to fight. All right? You need to make sure You put this team down. Don't give them a I couldn't believe San Francisco let CeeDee Lamb loose on 2 touchdowns. I couldn't believe that. In the fourth quarter of all things. So that just tells me, look, they could do that. So we don't need to be doing that. Let's get our pass rush somehow. Let's just get some. If we could get Dak to the ground, that will help us. And yeah, LaDarius is back. Yes, Terry Wilson was T. Will. I know.
Oh yeah, I was fully aware.
Okay. We wanted to make sure.
That was a T. Will S comment under. That was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So yeah, or he was the the Grandmaster, aka Vince McMahon. It was me, Austin.
It was me all along, Austin.
Even though we don't quote him too much, but
that's all you're gonna get.
Yep, same here. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna say it. I think the Falcons will win this because I don't want to think the otherwise. Because I hate Cowboy fans. I always have, always will, and. That and ESPN needs to talk about why the Cowboys are losing games because, dear Lord, that's all they do. They talk about that and the Jets losing game or any team that's losing because they don't talk about winners. That's for dang sure. All right. So this is where we're going to pub everything that you guys are a part of. Me and LaDarius will be back tomorrow as we talk about the WWE, AEW, even TNA, what their pay-per-view Slammiversary. We'll also talk about the latest rumor with Obafemi, so be ready for that. We got some stuff we want to talk about, so it'll be some good stuff. Make sure you see us at 5:30 on the channel CW28, and so we're gonna go and kind of LaDarius, go ahead and tell us where we can find you and basically where to follow you.
Sure. Yeah, I had some Cowboy stuff, but I know it's getting late in the evening, so I'll save my thoughts.
Oh man, say your Cowboy stuff. No, say it.
No, because it's my fault. I went away, so no.
If it's Cowboy hate, I want you to say it.
Yes, it's vitriol. But listen, I made a choice with chicken and potato salad, and that's a choice so I'm the one that took up the people's time with that. So I'll just plug my stuff. You can find me on both Twitter or X and TikTok at LaDarius_Brown. You can find me on Instagram at LaDarius_Brown. You could also find me on YouTube as well, starting to get back into posting clips and stuff there. I do NFL previews through every week. I'll be putting up my Texans and Jets preview up. It'll probably be up tomorrow. And I write for Beyond Women's Sports, covering that as well. And always great to be here and be on with John and then everybody else who showed up today. Like I said, so today was a day where I was able to sit back and just listen, and it was all great today.
Awesome. All right, John, go ahead and plug where you're from and tell us how the people can find you.
Yes, me and the gentleman right catty corner below me, Winston Thornton, we are the eye test, along with Kelly Stinson, and one thing that we forgot to even mention and observe was our year anniversary doing that. Man, Time flies when you're having fun. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. And we are the eye test. We will be on tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. My tooth and stuff and where they got me is starting to feel a little bit better. That's why I talk as long as I talk with the fervor and vigor that I talked today. So check us out on the eye test, and C-Dub, I really appreciate you allowing me to come in and play in the yard. I'm gonna leave your basketball. I remember I took it last time, but I'm gonna leave your basketball in the yard where I found it. And you won't have to call mom. Telling her, bring my damn ball back here.
Yeah, that's the other Chris. C-Double was like, all right, he'll get it back to me.
Yeah. But tune in tomorrow night. We're going to go over this, and we're going to put our own special flavor on it and hit it from all the other angles that we didn't get a chance to hit, because, it's always a multifaceted conversation when you're talking about the Atlanta Falcons versus anybody.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many angles to cover, so many things to look at, and so many things to comment on. So, join me. C-Dub will probably be in there, but definitely join me and Winston and the rest of the eye test crew in talking about stuff.
All right. Well, Winston, I was going to say you could plug the eye test if you like, if you're there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Go ahead. I mean, I know John gave you an assist,
like my
but you
big
can say
brother
it too.
John. Yeah, like my big brother John said. But first and foremost, thanks for having us on y'all show. Been a pleasure. Enjoyed it all. I would have got on early, but I was at work. But
It's all good, brother.
we'll be on tomorrow at 10. Start off with Falcon football. I ain't no telling where the conversation will go, but I promise you enjoy the ride. Shout out to Larry, man. Hey, the Dixon Way is sitting there doing their thing. The best live commentary that you will ever find. Just doing it on YouTube. They do any and everything, and it's an in-game experience without paying for the fee for the be in game. I'm trying to tell you. The Dixon Way, shout out, man. If y'all not subscribed, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, go back, run up the notification, run up comments, do everything, man. Show them people love, man. They're doing it big over.
Yeah. All right, Larry.
Hey, if I may prevail upon you for just a second.
Yes, you may. You sure
I
can.
want to also, because a lot of times Larry will come on and I won't say anything about the show. And please forgive me, Larry, but one thing that I want to make sure that everybody knows, I caught Larry when I couldn't catch nobody else. I couldn't catch my cable provider, couldn't catch my satellite provider, but the Dixon Way brought me from Detroit, Michigan until the end of the game, because he must have a 75,000 watt blowtorch coming from the Dixon Way, all on Interstate 75. You'll be able to pick him up, and his commentary brought me on in. I was able to know everything that was going on in that particular game I was listening to, and it was an important Falcons game, as a matter of fact. And as Winston said, play-by-play commentary with the actual emotions, fervor, and facts of the game. Larry does an outstanding and excellent job in letting you feel what you would feel if you were there.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely does that. So shout out to the Dixon Way. I see his subscribers are peaking over 5,000, and it is well deserved.
Yeah,
because he really is fervent. He's invested. He's going to give you that good Homer content that you've been looking for, that sometimes you don't find on Homer broadcasts, because he's Atlanta through and through, and I really appreciate the effort that he does and the things that he brings to the table.
all right, Larry, if you're with us, I want to let you go ahead and plug the Dixon Way. So let him have it.
Man, I ain't got to say nothing. Appreciate you, fellas. I told you anything, I'm going to say shoes. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you guys being a part of Dixon Way. Look, man, I'm going to watch these games anyway, so I just put the camera on and y'all watch my foolishness. But, yeah, I mean, really, truthfully, that's
fun.
literally how it all started. Me and the beautiful Shonda also, hey, man, there's no Dixon Way without Shonda, so shout out to my beautiful wife. All the graphics and stuff like that is her. All the thumbnails that's fire, the shorts and all that. Straight Shonda, you know what I'm saying? I'm just the one that talk a lot. So, yeah, there's no Dixon Way without Shonda. So shout out to my beautiful wife, my road dog, my love, my life. And we just try to provide a different alternative to commentary during the game for our all our Atlanta sports teams. So the Braves, the Hawks, the Falcons, the Bulldogs, even my wife, Lizards. We're going to whoop them this weekend.
Oh.
She know that. So if you guys want to hear the cocktail party with some entertainment commentary, man, come on down over here to the Dixon Way, man. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, and X, man. You can find us the Dixon Way. Yeah, that's Lil Larry right there. And yeah, man. We just trying to grow this thing organically, one sub and one follower at a time, man. We appreciate everybody that comes on and share their experience with us. It's just like us sitting at the couch watching the game together, you know what I'm saying? Interacting with the chat, all that. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on the platform. Before you guys go, make sure you hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. It's free. It's that tip, man. Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Tip this stream for that good service.
I hear you.
All right.
Hey, man. Thank you.
Appreciate
Appreciate it,
you.
Larry. And by the way,
problem.
guys, make sure you hit up the Dixon Way, and also congrats on the 1-year anniversary to John and Winston. You guys are extremely entertaining. We love it, and I like being a part of it too. And just a quick note to throw out there, the Cowboys are 3-4, but they are 3-1 away from Dallas. So let's make sure we can make it 3-2. All right. I just want to see them lose, and we want to make sure John doesn't have any other issues with his teeth, because the next people teeth he's going to pull out is going to be the players on the team. Because I'm telling you, man, John was ready to use that bat. Y'all don't know. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the C-Double Channel 28 crew. Thank you all so much for being part of the Atlanta Falcon Beard Gang. I appreciate everyone that dropped by. Thank all the people that were part of the comments. Sorry I had a little bit of technical issues, but it's all fixed. But big ups to Terry. Big ups to, they call John Batman. I didn't know you were Bruce Wayne. All right.
No, they talking about Joe Clark from Lean on Me.
Hey, that's one of my favorite movies. I do love that.
You like smoking crack?
You like smoking?
Jump!
Go! Jump!
Go on, Sam's. You like smoking crack, don't you? Jump! Jump!
I'll never forget In Living Color made fun of that. Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. But although that was a funny prairie. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, hit the the subscribe, notifications, comment us. You know, if you like the show, let us know what you thought of it. And hey, for Ron, for LaDarius, for John, for Winston, for C-Dub, I appreciate you all. Have a happy Halloween. Make sure y'all are safe. And don't be putting razor blades in people's candy. That's just messed up to those people. I never understood that mess. You know, y'all need to not do that. But anyway, happy Halloween. Have a good time. And I'm C-Double. We're out.